Good morning, students. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to do a reading activity, okay? But at the beginning, we are going to remember the topic of the last class, okay? Yesterday we reviewed about the garbage, okay? Did you remember? In these activities, you check what is the recycling, okay? Who can tell me what is recycling? Okay. The recycling is the action or process to convert the waste things into reusable material, okay? And tell me, what kinds of things can we recycle? Okay, for example, we can recycle the glass, the paper, the cardboard. What else? Did you remember? The plastic is the most common recyclable things. Here in Ecuador, there is a lot of people. Maybe in schools, we recycle the bottles, because we can use the plastic in order to form another material, okay? That is the objective of the recycling, okay? To convert the waste things into new things, okay? As I said before, today we are going to do a reading activity. So please open your books in the page number 40. In the page number 46, as a homework, you have to do the exercise number 1, the exercise number 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Today we are going to read together, and I am going to explain you what do you have to do in each exercise, okay? In order to do in a better way, okay? And what is the objective for today? Okay, the objective for today is to improve the reading skill in order to understand the whole message of the reading, okay? So the topic for today is reading space rabbits, okay? So today we are going to speak about the satellites, about the technology, okay? That is the topic for today. We are going to start with the first exercise, okay? It says, work in groups. Discuss the question. What objects are launched into the space and why? What is the meaning of launch? That is related to throw, okay? What objects are you launched into space and what do you think about that? What kind of objects do you think that are launched into the space? And why? What is the reason to launch them? I'm going to give you some minutes in order to answer the question, okay? For example, I can say that we can launch to the space maybe rocks or satellites. That are the most common things that people, especially professional people, launch into the sky, okay? And what are the dangers? Okay, I think that kind of things could be danger if it is not longer used, okay? In this case, it can be dangerous to the people, okay? Pay attention to the exercise number 2. Read the article and number the topics in the order the writer mentions them, okay? So the first activity is to read the article, okay? The article is called Space Junk, Cleaning Up Earth Orbit, okay? So I am going to read and you have to read with me, okay? We are going to read together. I am going to click on the Zoom in order to watch in a better way. So pay attention in the first part. Since humans began launching things beyond the stratosphere 60 years ago, we have littered the area around our planet with spent rockets and no working satellites, okay? At this very moment, about 22,000 large pieces of trash are cycling the globe of thousands of miles per hour, posing a serious threat to functioning satellites and space spacecraft are occasionally spending the astronaut in habits of the International Space Station running for cover. Now and then, once every 5 years on average, hands of junk smash into each other. When an abandoned Russian spacecraft hit the USA satellite Abril 33 in 2009. The explosion created at least 1,000 new pieces of space junk. Okay? Scientists predict that by 2050, over 300,000 pieces of space junk will be orbit our planet, each of them posing a real threat to satellites. According to the experts, the debris around Earth is made up of everything from tiny crusts and balls to large parts of rockets, fuel waste, broken fragments of satellites, and batteries. Most of this debris moves in long orbits at speeds of up to 50,000 kilometers per hour. At speeds like this, even debris such as flakes of paint can cause serious harm to a spacecraft. Space shuttle windscreens have been damaged by particles of paint as small as 30.3 millimeters. Nowadays, spacecraft have shielding technology that detects debris that is about to collide with the craft and can initiate avoidance maneuvers. However, another concern is that large pieces of debris may not burn up in Earth's atmosphere when they eventually fall. Instead, they may come down in populated areas. According to scientific observations, about 100 tons of debris is going to fall from the sky this year alone. Luckily, so far there have been no instances of people being injured by space debris. Okay, I am speaking about the garbage or the a little pieces that is over the sky in the orbit. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I have a problem. The internet is not so good, but I am trying to do well. I am waiting. That is so difficult. Okay, but we are going to do in a better way. Okay, in this part it says space junk will eventually fall into Earth's atmosphere, says Dr. Ron Flöbergeren of the European Space Agency. But it is pretty hard to predict where it will be impact on the surface. The chance that a chunk of space debris will injure anyone are tiny, but not zero. According to the Dr. Flöbergeren, an average piece of debris endures about 15 to 20 square yards of Earth's surface. If you compare that to the surface of the planet, it is a very small number, he explains. No nation yet has a concrete plan for an orbital cleanup, but some scientists are beginning to think seriously about what it will take. Wait a minute, sorry, that is a little difficult, but I am trying to do it. The Swiss Space Center at the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lyon, EPLF, for example, recently announced that within the next 5 years it plans to launch a Janitor satellite into the space to grab again satellites and pull it to a fiery dead in the Earth's atmosphere. So, okay, that is maybe the solution. We are not going to solve the problems of orbital debris by picking up one piece of debris, says Wolfgang Gatz, who helped to design the new Clean Space One device. So they want to clean the space, okay, with a technological device. Okay, we are going to see to reading. But if you clean up a soda can from your yard, you are selling an example. What will your neighbors do if they see you? They might start doing the same. That is what we hope. Though it sounds like a plan taking a strength from science fiction, researchers at the Australian National University, ANU, have been given a very real grant of 20 million. They will be developing a laser capable of shooting debris out of the sky. Speaking of the risks involved in saving chunks of debris so that they burn up harmlessly in the upper atmosphere, a spokesperson said, "There is no risk of missing and hiding a working satellite. We will be targeting the debris very precisely. We really don't ever miss." Okay, so that is the article about the space junk cleaning up orbit. So people are speaking about what is the best form to clean up our orbit. Okay, so you are going to read one more time in order to complete the exercise. Okay, as I said before, you are going to do the exercise number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the exercise number 1, we already answered it, but you are going to answer according to the information of the reading. Okay, we are going to see the exercise number 2. Okay, it says, okay, the exercise number 2. Read the article and number the topics in the order the writer mentioned them. Okay, so you are going to read again and you have to put the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to enumerate in the order from 1 to 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means you are going to enumerate according to the writer mentioned them. Okay, in the exercise number 3, underline the correct option to complete the sentence. Okay, that is the same. After your reading, you are going to read the title and you are going to choose the best option of the sentence. Okay, you have to complete the sentence. Okay, that is the first part and that is the second part of the sentence. You are going to find the correct answer in the reading. Okay, you are going to do the same in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 sentences that you have to choose the best option. Okay, I think the exercise number 4 is a little difficult because you have to pay carefully attention to the reading. I am going to explain you what you have to do in the exercise number 4. Okay, we are going to read instruction. Pay attention, student. It's important to read the instruction because the instructions help you in order to do the exercise in a better way. Okay, so we are going to read. I am waiting. I have my book, so I am going to read in that. The exercise number 4 says, read the definition and underline words and expression in the text with a similar meaning. Okay, and what is the job? I think the instruction is clear. Okay, but I am going to explain you in order that you understand in a better way. Okay, Goodbye. I am waiting. I don't know what happened with the page of the platform. Maybe I have problems with my internet. So wait a minute, okay? Yeah, we are going to go to the page number 46, okay? Yeah, here I have. As I said before, you have to read the definitions and underline the words and expression in the text with a similar meaning. Okay? In that part, you have some phrases, some expressions, and you have to look for in the reading in order to find the similar word or words that express the same idea. I am going to do the first one. For example, in the letter A, says forcing people to take shelter. Okay, here you have the line in which you are going to look for the similar word. For example, I am going to go to the line 9. Okay, I am going, yeah, for example, yeah, that numbers are going to help you in order to look for the line that you have to look the definition. Okay, for example, that is the line 10, so I am going to look in that line. The International Space Station running for a cover. Okay, it says forcing people to take a shelter. What is the meaning of shelter? Okay, a shelter is similar to cover. Okay, so the definition that I find is running for a cover. Running for a cover is the same or forcing people to take shelter. Okay, and you are going to do the same. For example, piece of the wrist, line 11. Okay, in that line you are going to find the expression that express the same. Okay, thank you, students. That is all for today. I hope that you have learned something more about else. So your homework is to read, pay attention to the reading, try to understand all of the message of that, and after that you are going to do the exercise number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please, students, take a photo, a clear photo, and send me, because some of yours are going to send me some difficult image so I can see your homework. Okay, that is a recommendation for you. And thank you, students. Goodbye. Have a nice day.